Hey guys, welcome back. It's July 4th weekend here. It's a Saturday. Quite a bit's happened since I last talked with you guys. It's been probably about a week or so since I made my last video. But as you saw from my thumbnail, things have gotten quite a bit easier for me around here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So there it is. Spent some time on looking around online for places, going to some dealerships, figuring out what I was going to do, and ended up with this here. It's a Polaris 570 Sportsman. It is a 2015. It's got just over 800 miles on it. I picked it up used from a guy, town kind of close to me here. And, well, it couldn't really been a better situation. So I took the moped down, took it to a place in Asheville, off-road dealership or whatever. They said they would buy it straight out if I did not want to pick up a four-wheeler. That was a Honda Polaris. They kind of deal with everything. But in talking with them, just with all the fees and everything like that, going the used route for me right now made a whole lot of sense. And I don't know if anybody's been out looking for a four-wheeler lately, but the fees and everything that's added on top of everything is just really, it's just a hard pill to swallow. All right, guys, when I talk about the fees and stuff, they're hard to swallow. Right now, just kind of like the car dealerships and everything right now, everything is MSRP and they go from there. So you're paying full asking price for the vehicle. And then, you normally have a freight charge, assembly charge, some sort of dealership charge, and all this other stuff. Now, Honda has all this stuff on its website. It says it's a $420 freight and destination charge. Of course, then the dealership adds some on. Our dealerships around here, where each of them were right at just under $500, like $496 and $498, something like that. So, but now Honda has a extra $250 charge on top of that. So, I mean, you're looking at over $1,000 extra just to have the vehicle at the dealership and then to purchase it from them. So that was Honda when I was dealing with the Polaris people. Polaris is strictly a order only basis right now. So you can't, if there's something on the floor at the store that you like, it's generally not for sale. Somebody's already bought it. Just about everything, all dealers have told me that when it comes off the truck, it's generally already spoken for. So you're waiting at least, I mean, they may have some stuff coming that's inbound or something, so at least a week. But in the case of Polaris, where you have to order it, it's a 3 to 5 month wait. And I was telling you that Honda had about a $250 upcharge right now for their freight and services. Polaris is $1,100. So then you add on the $500 shop fee. So you're at $1,600 now. And, oh, by the way, you're paying for MSRP for the vehicle. Now, let me switch arms here. I understand it's spring. It just started the summer. Summer started just the other day. It's a terrible time to buy some sort of off-road equipment, some sort of fun thing to do, because nobody's moving on price or anything. But that's just how it is. This is just, the way it is. I mean, overall, what would I really be saving? Maybe a couple $100 here and there. But when I need something now, when work's really starting to get hot and really arduous, I need something out here that's going to help me out. So having this piece of gear here, I hook up my cart to the back of it, and it, I can get all the gear, especially when I'm doing stuff down by the campgrounds and stuff, or the campsites. It really helps out getting a lot of gear down there, especially when I start talking about hauling gas and multiple pieces of gear, so I don't have to make multiple trips, which, oh, by the way, before I had to walk back up. it just made for a long day. And then at the end of the day, so I'd end up with 5 pieces of equipment down there, all that I had to use throughout the day at different points. And then I had to bring all that stuff back up at the end of the day, and making multiple trips like that is just, it's just soul crushing. So this is gonna help out enormously. And I've already started working on some projects since the last time we talked that are really gonna add something to the property. Again, it's Saturday, it's holiday weekend. I poked my head down the hill to see if the health department guy has showed up. No sign of them. I doubt they'll be here on a holiday weekend. And yeah, so no sign of that. So the cabins are still not moving forward. So we got to find other things to do, other things that are going to push us towards what were our final goal. So I've got some projects in the making and working currently. We're going to go down the hill, down into the campsite area today, and show you what we're working with. All right, let me get loaded up and we'll head on down. So we're all geared up here, and I just wanted to give you kind of an overview of what I'm bringing along with me. All right, very important. Now I can have a radio at the job site, which is fantastic. When I'm down around, you know, down in the valley and stuff, and there's nothing to listen to but my own breathing, the radio definitely helps out. On the back here, I throw in a little milk crate. I've got my filled with ice, my Hydro Flask filled with ice. I've got an extra container here. This is usually full of Gatorade. You can see I'm down to almost nothing. Got some bug spray, got a couple batteries here. I'm actually missing, I got to get my Sawzall to put in here as well. And then I got 3 or 4 pairs of gloves, because I always end up sweating through them as the day goes on. Then I get back here to the trailer. This is a 12 cubic foot Gorilla cart. Thing works fantastic. It dumps that big yellow handle that's here in the front. I use this thing quite a bit. So yeah, so I've got my brush cutter. I've got the harness I have to wear for the brush cutter. Fuel, oil. Over here I got my small chainsaw today. I'm not going to get into anything really too big. I've got my chaps. I got my helmet, got some safety glasses. I've got some wedges in there somewhere. I've also got, even now, because I have the space, I can bring down my sharpening kit if I need to make some adjustments out there in the field. You know, I don't have to stuff that in a pocket or something somewhere. So, yeah, also hiding down in there, my Pulaski. Okay, so, yeah, this is the setup I kind of run with now. I really feel spoiled in the sense that, you know, I don't have to make many trips back up to the house, especially when I have to go a long distance. I take kind of everything I need with me. The only reason I'll come back this morning will be to get lunch and to make a sandwich. So yeah, so that's it. We're going to head down the trail now and get to work. Okay, made it on down here. For those of you that may not recognize this area, we're down at the other end of the campsites, almost the far end. So, made it down here. Then here's what we're currently working on. I've got this part of a trail here. I've been doing bench work here for about an afternoon or so, trying to get this all prepped out. But flattening out. This is actually going to go around to the front of the property. So it's going to be somewhat of like a little nature trail, dog walk area, stuff like that, just for some people to get out and stretch their legs. People have been on motorcycles and stuff all day that want to come out here and just kind of stretch their legs. They can certainly use this. And it's wide enough to where I get the four-wheeler around it, so I'll be able to make a loop around the property. But we're going to go up here. We're going to, like I said, extend it. It is on somewhat of a sloped area. know if you can make much of this out on the video, but it kind of here's where it stopped, and it's going to go kind of along this slope side here. So we'll flatten this out today and see how far we get. Okay, well, as things would have it, I spoke a little too quickly here. I forgot yesterday when I was working this area here, up here on this part of the hill up here. You might be able to see it kind of going up this tree right there. I got a kudzu problem back here, so I'm going to break out the brush cutter here. I want to definitely try and go up and get ahead of that stuff. So not much trail work be done this morning. Like I said, a brush cutter depends on how long it's going to take, but we'll get to work. All right, we knocked out a good little portion. That only took about 20-25 minutes or so. But you can see all that green that's up there, and that goes up this tree here. That was all kudzu here that I hadn't found before. So every time I see it, I try and knock it down. So really now, the way this area looks, give it a couple days, most of this, if not all of it, will be brown and dead. So the only thing that comes back really super quickly are out of the kudzu roots. So those are the crowns that are in the ground that, you know, you really got to get up, or you're just going to have kudzu forever. So, but I'll spray a little bit. That really takes a lot of the burden out of that. And we'll keep this area under control. Okay. All right. I'm going to set you guys up over there a little bit, kind of out of the sun. Guys, happy July 4th. I'm down here behind the cabins. Get behind me here a little bit. Cabins are just up here. Here's the flagging for one of them right there behind us. Kind of a overcast, kind of a junky day. So I'm just going to try and take care of little ins and outs that I've been kind of putting off for days like this, to where I really don't need you know, great weather to make things happen. So I've got this pile of stumps you see behind me here, and right across the roadway here, somewhere back in there, I've got like a little dump pile that these stumps, all these stumps are going to go. I'm not going to waste my time drying them out and trying to burn them and stuff. That stuff just takes forever. If you've ever tried to burn a stump, either in the ground or out of the ground like these are here behind me, they just take forever to dry out. I just don't have that kind of time. So, yeah, I'm going to see what I can do, see what I can get done. I don't know. I've got this pile here, and then I've got random ones kind of scattered all around the camp, or the cabin area. So we'll see if I have to drag some up with the four-wheeler and stuff. We'll kind of make that happen. But yeah, not much else going on. Worked on the trail the other day, and it came along really well. Kind of took the day off yesterday a little bit, and that's it. We're working. It's the 4th of July. Happy 4th, everybody. Here we go. All right, we knocked down a little bit of that pile there. Most of the stuff that is here is rather large stuff. It's what it was originally intended to be, just kind of a dumping ground where I drop stuff off here with the excavator and then was gonna relocate it at another time. That's just because the first time I had the excavator, I had it for, you know, just 8 hours, and I was trying to get as much done as I could. So these will sit here. This is somewhat of an important area, is because this road here, this is like a little ramp that actually leads down here to the road, which is going to lead back to the campsites. So I've got to have this area cleared, obviously, but like I said, it's going to these that are sitting here are going to have to wait until I get a piece of equipment back here to move all this stuff. Let's walk up over here just right quick and see what's going on. It is really kind of muddy out here today. We got quite a bit of rain yesterday, and it's just kind of nasty to be back in here right now. Let me go down and show you what I've done with this potential septic area so far. Okay, I think the last time you guys saw this place, it was covered with a bunch of downed trees. All right, you can see all the stumps and everything. There's my brush pile. Some more stumps over here. But this was one of the first projects I kind of worked on. I didn't bring you guys along for the ride, because it was literally just me picking up logs, kind of stacking them up. There's a stack over there into the brush pile. Again, the brush pile is going to be here until I get a piece of equipment over here to move all that. And then there were all these trees that were cut down, and then I got a nice big pile of rounds right there as well. So this area is going to sit like this for the duration here until I get somebody out here that's going to do the septic, and then we got to figure out, because I got some larger trees that I left in place. There's this tree right here, and also this big pine that's also right back there. I'm envisioning those having to come down, and we're just gonna wait. We're just gonna wait and see what they say. If I can get in lines between these two trees with enough distance, you know, it's probably still not a good idea to have them in there, just because the roots, they're gonna seek out the water. It's probably the best idea. Anyway, so this place has changed a little bit since the last time you guys have seen it, and just wanted to give you guys lowdown on what it looks like right now. So I'm gonna head back up, and I have other stumps. I don't know if we can see them. Not stumps, but root balls and things I've pulled out. You see one right there. Let's see, maybe some down there a little bit further. Anyway, they're just sitting around. If I can kind of manage to get those up into the cart with the four-wheeler. I don't want to be running a four-wheeler down here, though. It's just too wet today. I'll be tearing it up. So I don't know. Gotta find something to do. Okay, I'll catch up with you when I do. All right, guys, another rainy day adventure. We've got our pruning saw on board here. We're gonna head down to the front and start cutting off some limbs around our entrance. All right, see you down there. This is one of the other things I've been working on since I last talked to you guys. Brought the brush cutter down here, cleaned up the sides of the property down here by the entrance. Also did the same thing down here along this side. always motorcycles out along here. Anyway, kind of that brownish tinge you see down there all the way down to that other driveway. Down there is where I cleared out. So really kind of dresses it up a little bit. Definitely have some more landscaping work to do. But like I said, I got the pole saw out here. We're gonna get these two trees right here. I got a white oak right there. It's got a lot of lower branches, and I got this pine that's right here. So we'll see how it looks. I'm gonna take some pictures here. We'll take some before and after from across the street, since me pointing the camera up into the tree is not really gonna do you guys any good. Anyway, here we go. All right, guys, well, there's the results of pulling down those limbs. Hopefully you see in the before and after pictures how decent things turned out. So another part of the area down here, of course, here behind me, this is all of the entranceway up to the cabins and stuff like that. So yeah, when I had that excavator down here, I did pull out, you know, quite a few stumps. I've shown you all that before, but much like every place else, I left them kind of sitting around just in piles. So I consolidated a pile here. I'm gonna go grab the cart, throw it on the back of the four-wheeler, and move these stumps back to where I just threw the other ones out at. This will be a good little project to have done. Most of the other stumps that are out in the property here, generally a bit larger, I can't just pick up and move. I'm gonna have to, you know, get some piece of equipment out here to kind of rearrange everything. So that's next on the list for today. Trip one. Looks like it's gonna take 3 loads. All right, that's it. Let's get some lunch. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up there. Got quite a few clips I gotta stitch together to make this one. Not quite sure how long this one's gonna be, but appreciate you guys hanging in there for the duration. It's 4th of July, about lunchtime, about to head in, get some lunch, maybe have a few adult beverages, do that 4th of July thing. Anyway, hope you guys are doing well. We'll see you on the next one.